Hello guys, and welcome back. I'm in the woodshed and I'm rooting around for a knife that I put down when I was down here sanding. I can't find it. It's gone down between the cracks in the wood pile, and I'm not going to strip all this out. It'll be something I find later next year when I get through this wood. But I do have another tree I can actually source and get hold of, so I've got to go and chop that up. But yeah, that's the reason I'm down here. I lost one of my knives and it's gone down through the cracks in all the logs. But hey, like I said, that's next year's worry now. I'm heading back into the workshop. Well, you can see by the skies behind me, it's absolutely not pleasant weather. We've got a storm on the way, and yeah, I'm just as well off in the workshop as anywhere else at the moment. So let's go in and have a look and see what happens on a regular day in the workshop. So yeah, here we are, my little kingdom. Well, first off, I suppose this might not need any introduction to some of you, but to others, it's my jig where I can straighten wood using a hot air gun. And I've got a piece in there at the moment just cooling off. I've just got it straightened and I've done the last curve in it, so I'm just waiting for it to cool down, so it pretty much sets in position. I'll take it out and I'll reload it and do another one. So I'm in the middle of straightening sticks. Can't use the fire pit, the steam method I use. Quite simply, too much wind and there's spits of rain, so it's just not viable to use a fire out there. Right then, this one here is going to be a stripped stick, so it makes no difference me marking where I need to actually do the bend. And you can see I've done that, and I've done it here. It makes no difference to me because the bark is coming off that one. I've got to be a little bit more careful if I've got a barked one. It's a little bit gloomy in here, even though I've got both lights on, and it is daylight out there, but it's that real dull autumn light. I do quite like it actually, but unfortunately it makes the workshop just that little bit more subdued. I've got all my stuff drying over the top of my push bikes. Quite simply, I did a wild camp. That was the last video back from this one, and it's all drying out. But bringing you around here, I've got a really nice hiking stick here to see. This is going to be a Valhalla Model 1, and it's got a battle axe and style of handle. And yeah, this is a really nice one. Really, it's about an 1.5 inch thick gauged wood, and it's really nice. That really does feel really nice when you hold it like that. It's really, really good. It might look a bit weird, but it really does give you that good sense of holding it. Nice generous copper tip. Yeah. So this one's all sanded. Never throw your old sandpaper out. Always keep it. I keep even the old bits just to help polish wood up. And you can get a nice finish like this. This here now has got to go through the wood burning and then finishing stage. Well, I've got a couple of hiking sticks. I might as well just show you which I've just completed. And that's this one here with a witch on it. Nice stick. Reasonably thick gauged wood. Nice copper tip. Silver lanyard. Goes with the wood. There's some silver coming out in the bark. Yeah, real nice stick and a nice rounded handle on this one. Yeah, this is a really, really nice stick. And yeah, I thought I might do some folklore, myths, legends, and you know, creatures, and you know, like witches, pixies, giants, you know, elves, things of folklore, myth and legend, particularly for down here in Cornwall. And yeah, like I say, I'm just doing a few, just doing a small run each time. Well, I've done 2 to start with, and I'll see how these go. But yeah, a witch on this one to start with. I didn't do the traditional old hag. I did a younger version, but ironically, a lot of young girls were accused of witchcraft and did ultimately get put to death. So, you know, it's a little bit apt from that point of view. And I got another one, which I done, don't trip over, I done a wood spirit surrounded with oak leaves and what I'm going to call Celtic mist running up the side, just to add that little bit of flavour. I think it looks alright, and it's got like an olive like khaki green lanyard. You know, it's quite apt really, like, you know, woodland spirit, oak leaves and that, and a green lanyard. So yeah, like I say, that one there, that was completed alongside the witch one. Yet again, this is a little bit smaller gauged wood, and it's stripped obviously, but it's got a real nice tan colour throughout. There's a nice little bit of colouring up here where it's gone to like a darker, almost black and purple colour in the wood there. That looks quite nice. And a nice peaked handle there. But I'll show you one more before we go and have a look at something else. That is my vintage retro styled sticks. Basically, it's got like a very slight dog leg, and you'll find in the countryside, particularly down here in the southwest, sticks with a slight little dog leg were quite favoured by, you know, country working folk and that. It just distinguished quite easily without having to do any bends or anything. The handle, and it just kind of gave it that little bit of a personal touch. But this one here, I've done a peaked handle. I've got a stag's head, which is kind of a little bit traditional. But yeah, it's what I call a retro or vintage model, because it's kind of stained, and then I take it back and distress it, so it's got that old look about it. And I've oiled this one. I haven't used varnish, and I've just oiled over the top, and it's come out very, very nice, very smooth. And it's got that look. It's brand new, obviously a brand new stick, but it's just got that look of timeless age. Very nice, and I'm considering doing one for myself like this. But yeah, I like to do these with like a little bit of a dog leg. It does kind of suit them. But yeah, retro vintage one there, and yeah, it looks very nice. Put that back, and we'll pop out the other side and I'll show you what's going on out there. Right, we'll just pop out here, and I've got a couple sticks drying, some nice ones here. I've oiled these, and you can see they're freshly oiled. That bark hasn't taken that much of the oil in yet. The oil's only been on there for, I would say, possibly 2 to 3 hours. I was hoping to get the Battle Axe one, the Valhalla model, oiled as well, but I haven't got that wood burned yet. I'm about to start that after I do this video. Looking extremely nice there. And look at that bark there. That is smooth, but it's got that kind of real silver pittedness. But it's not pitted, it's smooth as a baby's bum. That looks very, very nice. And that outer bit is as silver as anything, almost as your granny's silverware on the mantelpiece. That is really silver there. But you can see by the handles, all that oil has been sucked in straight away. Quite simply because where I've shaped it, you've opened up the fibres in the wood, and it's just soaked all that boiled linseed oil straight in. That's bone dry, but you can see the bark is still wet, and that's going to take at least 24 hours to actually dry. Well, I actually had to go and get myself a new Black & Decker, well, hand grinder. Yeah, it was a purchase I didn't want to do, but my other one packed up. Now, I've been able to keep this one going, but for some reason, if it will show up, it wasn't the brushes, it was actually the magnet. Part of the magnet is literally broke away and dropped out in there. Don't know if you probably won't be able to see it. So yeah, it's literally no good. It's US. I like to keep servicing things and keep it going, but if it was the brushes, I could have possibly done something with it, but the magnets broke up. It's over and done. So yeah, I got a new one. Like I said, because my profit margins are so small, I like to look after my tools, and I don't really replace them unless I've got to, and what I've got I look after. So yeah, it was a bit you know, but I do need one for the workshop and what I'm doing. So when you need it, you've got to have it. Well, that's pretty much what I got going on in the workshop today, and I'll be rotating those sticks that are being straightened. I'll keep my eye on the wood that the sticks that are drying, but yeah, my priority now is to get this one wood burned and joining its companions out there drying, and then the next oil, when I give them, I'll be able to do it all three of them together. I usually like to do it with batches because obviously you're using extra cleaning fluid, whatever you're using to clean your brushes. So I like to try and do batches if I can, just to cut down on the amount of, you know, cleaning that you have to do. So yeah, this one's going to be done. I'm also starting to put some hiking sticks on eBay. It's that time of year where, as a stick maker, you tend to populate eBay or selling sites with hiking sticks. I generally, as a rule, don't fully commit to those selling sites because, quite simply, with custom orders, people walking in and craft fairs and things like that, it kind of keeps me ticking over. But it is the modern world, and people say, where can I find some of your stuff if I just want to have a look? And obviously they can't come here. And I always say I'll send photos if you've got anything in mind, and I send photos of what I have in stock. But ultimately you get asked that question, haven't you got any on Etsy or eBay? And quite often I'm left with that little bit of a stutter. No, I haven't, sorry. So, but it is that time of year, Christmas, I usually get, some online. So I'll start from here on in populating. Well, my chosen one's going to be eBay this year, so I'm going to put some on eBay. So, yeah, if you're ever in the market for one of my hiking sticks, eBay is the place. If you don't want to come here in person, or, contact me through my Facebook page, which quite a lot of people do. And obviously, you can private message and discuss all things hiking stick related. But yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at the minute, and my production will start ramping up over the next few weeks, and that will coincide with possibly the stick harvest as well. So it's going to get a lot busy. So I'm kind of savouring this little period where each day I'm ticking over as I am now. So yeah, all that's left to be said is yeah, thanks for coming along and just checking out just an ordinary day in the Folklore Hiking Stick Workshop. But in any case, stay safe, take care, and hope to catch you guys out on the trail.